Study Session 1, Concept of Community. Introduction. In defining the concept of community development, the question we will be asking is, what is community? The term community has been defined by many scholars in different ways. However, in this study session, we will attempt to give a professional conception of community development. Learning outcomes. When you have studied this session, you should be able to use correctly the following term in bold: community. Highlight the principal identities of a community. Definition of community. The community forms a major spatial band, social context for the development process. Hence, it is one of the most appealing concepts in development circles. For any purposeful development activity, it is important for the development agents and practitioners involved, including those engaged in human services and the helping professionals, to understand the characteristics and other relevant aspects of community. Abiono, 2003, defined community using a common sense approach as a population living within a legally established area. In other words, such a population does live in a particular geographical area. They also communicate as members of the same community and have feelings towards each other. They share a recognized way of life which makes them share common sentiments. This concept sees the community as an area where the people have common needs and problems, and they acquire a common sense of identity and objectives. Such a community can be 1. The family, 2. The village, 3. The town or clan, 4. The tribe, state or nation. The family is the smallest unit. It demonstrates what a larger society is all about, with the father as the head of this type of community. The family has identified problems which should be solved like those of other communities. Problems of the community, family are debated before any final decisions. The village. This is a small community of people that settles, mostly in rural areas. A village may have some modern infrastructure, but the population is less than that of a town. The town. This is a big settlement, while a clan consists of a number of villages having a central administration. People from various tribes or nations can settle in a town because of the quality of life and comfort which are available. This might be social, infrastructure, job opportunities, etc. The tribe. A state or nation can be regarded as communities. The people of the same tribe have identical culture, language, sentiment, and social background. Moreover, they can be regarded as a community on the grounds of common boundary and administration which make the people develop mutual feelings and sentiments towards nationhood. Principal identities of a community. In its definition, Anyanwu, 1991, lists 6 principal characteristics of a community. Shared territory. A community occupies a geographical territory. The way of life of the people gives the community its own unique features, which are different from those of other communities. Shared beliefs. The people have common ideas, values, and attitudes. Through these beliefs, the people develop a sense of common belonging, share bonds of fellowship. This demands obligations from citizens and conferment of beliefs upon them. It promotes a common basis to pursue common objectives, coordinate community services, and facilitates relations among them. Set standards or pattern of behavior. This refers to the physiological situation that arises when people perform mutual actions and reactions upon one another. No citizen can wholly dissociate himself from the social relations in his environment. Common culture. It is the aggregate of the social, ethical, intellectual, artistic, government and industrial attainments of a community and by which it can be distinguished from any other community. Common administration. This refers to a common administration for running the affairs of the community. This connotes the formulation of a process involving responsibility and accountability. It presupposes effective leadership and the cognition of a chain of functionaries for the administration of the community. Study session summary. In this study session, we examined the concept of community. We gave different conceptions of community as well as different understandings of it. Furthermore, we discussed the various characteristics of community as identified, the knowledge of which would tremendously help in understanding what community is all about. Finally, we also examined the different conceptions of community development by various authorities. We also made a distinction between two understandings of community development, that is, as a process and as a method. End of study session 1. Thank you for listening.